Good morning, my people here onto the Rokani Media Football. Youri Tielemans Real Madrid transfer hint has been dropped, and guess what? Looks like this guy was meant for big stages. And he was at Leicester City. Arsenal tried to sign him. Real Madrid tried to sign him way back, but he was really being sold expensively. £65 million, and teams are like offering you 40 to 45, and they couldn't obviously see any positives out of the sale of. They wouldn't see the worth of really getting that amount of money until this player left on a free to go to Aston Villa. And his first season at Aston Villa was not all that great, but when he got integrated into the team this season, Youri Tielemans has been a revelation to the side of Villa. And Real Madrid are yet back on the ladder to obviously sign the Belgian that is 27 years of age. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We're going to be talking Carl Palmer into the mix because he's one of those that is making huge headlines after the manager made a decision to obviously add him to the squad of Chelsea that is playing into the UEFA Conference League. So it's Women's Day. Happy Women's Day to all the women all over the world, and let this really act as a very huge game changer into your lives. So let's start it off with the chief scouts of Real Madrid. We've been told by Def Central, and they're really in Madrid, and they've told us that Real Madrid chief scout June Calafat has been following Youri Tielemans very carefully since he joined Aston Villa. So Madrid are really having interest in this player because there is no way a team can follow you up when they are not interested in you, meaning that the bare truth is this guy is wanted by Madrid. And I tell you, by the time he was at Leicester City, I tell you, he could play or feature for every top club. Man City once wanted him, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, every top club wanted to sign Youri Tielemans into the mix. But he found himself in a position of really having a very bad season in his last year at Leicester City, and Leicester City got relegated. And the due course of really getting relegated, he couldn't obviously find himself getting a very big club because, however much he's a good player, he never really looked good in that season where Leicester City got relegated. If at all I'm not mistaken, it was the season of 2022-2023. That's when they got relegated, and it never really looked good in there for you. And to show you that he was not really looking good, he played 31 games for Leicester City in that season, 3 goals and 2 assists. Yet in the previous 2 seasons, he would obviously average a 10-goal involvement into the season, but he registered half of those. So he signed for Aston Villa for the 2023-2024 season, and he went ahead to play 32 games, 2 goals and 6 assists in the first season. Then this season, he has so far played 28 games, 2 goals and 4 assists, but his impact onto the pitch is really out of this world. In the UEFA Champions League, 9 matches, 1 goal and 2 assists. That is Youri Tielemans. He's really a top-notch player that Real Madrid really need. When you look at Real Madrid, they need what we call versatile midfielders, and they want to see to it that they bring in close to 6 players, and out of those 6 players, they cannot get all those players on money. That's why they're trying to convince Trent Alexander-Arnold to come and join them on a free from Liverpool, meaning that 5 slots will be really left. And they also wanted Alphonso Davies, but he renewed his contract at Bayern Munich for the next 5 years, meaning even Youri Tielemans leaving Aston Villa, he's not obviously going to be leaving for peanuts. They might want close to 60 million euros, and I don't know whether Madrid are in position to obviously get that money and obviously cash in for the player. But all I know is that Madrid has very many players that Aston Villa might need. They might go in for swap that will obviously act well for the side of Aston Villa, though for Villa, having gone ahead to get in a player like Youri Tielemans for free, I think they would obviously want to see this player coming out of their club when they've paid some good money for the player and then it acts as pure profit, such that it improves onto the financial fair play. So that is Youri Tielemans for you. But we look at Real Madrid. I think he can obviously get well into that midfield. You know, he can plus the CDM, he can plus the number 8, he can plus the number 10. That's why he's really needed. And his talent is really out of this world. And Real Madrid scouting him shows you that he's still there, because this season he's playing the Champions League and they've gone ahead to see their potential. 27 years of age. They know to it that if they get him, he can strengthen that midfield of Madrid, because Madrid is having Valverde, Tchouaméni, and Camavinga as the midfielders that can play into that single pivot and double pivot. But I think they lack that driving factor, that player to drive the ball, you know, with skill and intent. And that's a player called Youri Tielemans. So Aston Villa is also loving Youri Tielemans because the manager really uses him in very many positions. Can play him behind the forward. That is only Watkins. Can play him in the double pivot. So he likes him, and I don't think that they're willing to let him go. But a club like Aston Villa, provided a player shows intent that he wants to leave, I think they are what we call a selling club. Let's not even have doubt about that. They are a selling club, and they'll obviously be willing to let this player go. So Tielemans' Real Madrid transfer hint has been all about that. We are waiting to see how that happens in there for you. And the story comes in through when Youri Tielemans' side Aston Villa is preparing to play against Brentford. That is today, you know, today, 20-30 hours. That's when that game of football is obviously going to be played. In the midweek, they went ahead, obviously beat Club Brugge by 3-1. And Youri Tielemans was really integral into that game, and he really came off. He was not even there, you know. He was not even there, meaning that maybe he's really having some problems. But he's not an injury-prone player. That's why I think he'll obviously find himself into the books of Real Madrid. So from that, let's go to Chelsea. The manager of Chelsea was asked before they played against Copenhagen into the Conference League round of 16 as to why their club has decided obviously include Carl Palmer into the squad to play into the knockout stages of the Conference League. Because remember, in the group stages, all the first team players of Chelsea were not included. The manager has said, there is no problem. We decided to add him for the final part of the season in Europe. Carl Palmer is excited to even play in the training sessions, so is for sure excited to play these kind of games. And I think, why have they obviously gone ahead, obviously give him a chance to play in here? Because they know that he has been deteriorating in form. He has been not looking good. And the best way to obviously help him look good is to obviously get him onto the pitch. And in this game, Chelsea beat Copenhagen away from home by 2-1, and it was Rich James and Enzo Fernandez, meaning that they went ahead to obviously add almost every player that they thought was really great. And Carl Palmer was really integral into this beautiful whole game for that. They saw themselves really beat this team. And you see to it that he was played as a central attacking midfielder into that team. And the bench had almost the creme de la creme of the side. That's why you saw to it that the likes of Reece James came off the bench and went ahead to obviously score. And the same applies to Enzo Fernandez. He also came off the bench and really scored. Sancho also came off the bench. Levi Colwill, Mark Cucurella, Christopher Nkunku did the needful. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Youri Tielemans to Real Madrid hint. What do you think about it? Are they really getting the nod right, or they're really misfiring? And your thoughts onto the guy known as Carl Palmer included into the squad of Chelsea to compete into the Conference League. Is it a hint that Enzo Maresca wants to win this league or this tournament and he wants to have all his best players in? All that and more into the comment section below. Good morning. First video of the day. More is yet to come in here onto this channel. We out.